I can't even believe it.
2 years this week. That's the crazy part about it.
That's so crazy. That is so crazy.
First of all,
It's crazy how life works, though, right?
most definitely. To me, first of all, we have to let everybody know you're not feeling well and you're still doing this interview. Shout out to you.
Thank you. Yeah, I went, I performed with Anita at the Hollywood Bowl, and I woke up that morning, I was like, oh, I don't feel so well. And anyway, long story short, I have bronchitis, but I'll be good soon. But, of course, I wanted to come on and talk to you, and my voice may sound a little husky, which may be good, but...
It's good for radio.
Yeah, I mean, it is nighttime, so, hey, we'll roll with it.
Exactly. To me, let's just jump right in and talk about Beautiful Surprise. I think it was last week or the week before, I spoke with Claude just about the process in making Beautiful Surprise. And when we spoke about Beautiful Surprise, you were just really starting to get into creating the album. Now, 2 years later, why did it take 2 years to get this album together and ready for us? That's coming out Tuesday.
I don't know if it actually took 2 years. It really didn't. It took only a couple months. But I think sort of just actually getting in the studio and writing and just starting the process. For me, the album actually doesn't take a long time. It's the rest of the stuff, the setup, getting your camp together and getting everyone on the same page and finding release dates and things like that. So, I think the process takes longer than the actual creative process.
Wow. And you're doing it independently again this time around, right?
I am. This is my second time around doing it independently, and it's a lot of work, but it's a great experience, and this is my second time, so I learned a lot the first time, and now we're going to go a second time around.
What do you think? What do you think the music this time around says about Tamia as compared to, like, say, the last album?
I think the last album I really didn't have. I just really wanted to go in the studio and just sing. And I knew I was going to do this thing independently, which even 5 years ago at that time was sort of like, uncharted waters, and certainly for me. There was a lot of unknowns. So, I didn't really know what to expect. I think this time around I felt a little bit more, or I feel a little bit more seasoned in terms of how the independent world works. And, this time I feel like hopefully I've grown musically, and I really, I don't know how in-depth you spoke to Claude Kelly about the project, but, we really didn't start off doing the project together.
Yeah.
I met Claude, or someone introduced me to Claude, and we agreed that we were going to meet up and write together. And the first song we did was "Give Me You," and yeah, and the same day we did "Is It Over Yet?"
Wow.
We started talking about. We did "Gimme You," and then Claude and I had a conversation about how much we love country music and how, we love just good writing and a good song. And I told him there's a song that I want to do called "Give Me You," and he said, sing it. And I said, so I started singing, and then there was a piano in the room, and he was like, oh, I love that song. He pulled it up, and Jay Phoenix was there, and he went in on the piano, and I sang it down, and then they created, he played while I sang it, and then we ended up going to Nashville and recording it. So that's really how it started. And
Tamia, 1 second. I think we have a special guest that wants to call into the show. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Let's connect this. Let's get...
All right, listen.
Hold on.
Hello?
Hello? Who's here? Who's on the
that's
phone?
how you start a conversation.
Y'all not going to be talking about me behind my back online.
To all the listeners.
I'm not going to have it.
Who is on the line?
Audience are so sensitive, so sensitive.
This is Claude Kelly, a.k.a. the Pizza Delivery Guy.
Oh, Lord. First of all, Claude Kelly, welcome back to KEMPIRE Radio. It's been a minute.
Howdy.
First of all, to me, it's talking about the process that, the very beginning, you guys started working on this album together. It was really just for like one or two songs, and now you're a part of the entire album. Can you just talk about a little bit about that working with Tamia the voice?
You know what? It came work. I think it came work. It came about organically. We really went, like she said, to do one song, which is "Give Me You," and we clicked right away. We had a conversation, just like she said, about country music and our love for many different kinds of music and songs. And I was just like, we should go to Nashville. I just came from there. We should go to Nashville and do this song. And I think she might have thought I was playing, but at first she's like, yeah, okay, whatever. But I mean, I was like, hey, I was serious. Let's do this. And we really kind of accomplished every single idea that we put on paper the first time we met. You know, we were like, well, let's get this Nashville song and really show how diverse Tamia is as a singer and as an artist. Because to pull off that song, number one, let me say, there's not many singers that could do it, and there's not many singers that could sing it the way she did in Nashville, which is like straight down in one take with no edits and all the computer trickery that's out there now.
Wow.
That's a huge testament to her talent. And then we talked, and she said, I'm looking for a ballad. And I was like, all right, I got one. It's not there. And she's like, I think I need a song that's going to be the title of the album. And the very last song we did, right, was Beautiful Surprise.
Yep, it was.
The last song we did? Right. And so
yep,
just kind of, the song stacked up, and then one day to me it was like, I think you've done most of my album.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you could tell, you could tell the energy between you two, that you've built some sort of friendship.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's one of the things in the process that, when you develop a relationship with someone, first of all, it goes by quickly. It's almost like you have a good time and you're doing music at the same time. But also in sort of hanging out, we began to speak about the project, and even when we went with Salam, we were talking about how, we really liked the way So Into You made you feel, and how it made you feel good. And as we were talking, Salam started playing. And then Salam started playing, and then Claude went into the booth. So it started, the process of writing Beautiful Surprise started. So that's really how it all came about. It really came about, like Claude said, very organically. But everything that we had talked about and every sort of emotion that we spoke about wanting to hit on this project, I believe we did.
Wow.
Absolutely. And you know what? I'll say, the thing is, you included, we're all really big R&B fans, and I know everyone has their opinion of what's missing from R&B and what it should be and what it shouldn't be. And one thing I think is missing on a whole is just really putting the time and love into a project and taking time, whether it be 2 years or however long it takes. And the one thing that this album has that I think you'll hear when people buy it on Tuesday is that it was definitely made with love. You know what I mean? It was. I mean, Tamia has something for everybody. Her fans that have been with her the whole time, as well as she's going to pick up a whole lot of new ones because there's something for everybody there. There's dance stuff, there's love stuff, there's the emotional heartbreak ballad stuff, and there's definitely good vocals on there.
Are there any tracks? Because I know as artists, you guys record all kinds of songs, but not everything can make it on the album. Was there a song you're like, oh, I wish we could put this on the album, but just not for this one?
Yeah.
There was maybe one or two. But that's always how it is. For example, Me was a song that I was going to put on the New Day project that had Stranger in My House on it.
Yeah.
And it was too similar. So it didn't make sense. But I used it for Between Friends. So I knew it was a song that I wanted to use. So there's maybe one or two songs, but really, collectively, I think Claude and I agreed on all of the songs, and we agreed on the ones that, that didn't quite make it.
Go ahead.
I don't think anyone expected, I think the biggest surprise beyond the new material is I don't think anyone expected the country version of Still, which seems to be
oh my God.
A current internet favorite. And that's again, was part of the Nashville sessions we did, but it shows the excellence of the song itself and what it means to her, and that it still means something to her. I mean, we could have easily said, let's just do a new song and fill that slot with a new song, but it just sounds so appropriate where
or
it
we
is
could
on
have
the
easily
album.
been, or we could have easily been afraid and said, you know what, I'm not sure R&B fans or my fans would understand what this whole thing is about.
Yeah.
But that's the great thing about working and having a creative relationship with someone that you're doing a project with, but also being independent and saying, I believe in this. I believe that the people who support me will understand why I would, do something like this, that it's not so out of the realm. But, as a vocalist, you don't want to be kept in a box. There are a lot of things that I like to do vocally, and I want to share those, and that was one of the things.
Wow. And you do an amazing, amazing job. We actually were playing the country version of Still a couple of times last week here on the show. You got us feeling like a type of way.
Well, here's the crazy thing. When we went into the studio to do Is It Over Yet, the musicians were so amazing that, we all sang and they played. We all performed at the same time. So I don't know if you realize just how much pressure that is on everyone to make sure, no one messes up. But it was a lot of pressure. But they were so amazing that we got finished. How long did that take us, Claude?
I mean, It's Over Yet was done in 30 minutes tops. Once they learned the song, and she went in there and sang it down probably 3 times tops, and they were like, okay, we got it. But we had booked the studio time.
Yeah, we booked, I think, 4 hours or something. So we were like, okay, now what? And, and that's how sort of doing the version of Still, the musicians listened to it, and we went in there and we sort of did our own rendition, and Claude certainly guided the process, and that's how Still came about.
Claude, you've worked with so many different artists in the business. What has this experience with Tamia been like? What separates Tamia from everyone else that you've worked with?
Beyond the voice and just a great personality. You know what? Tamia has this uncanny ability to make things sound extremely soulful, but also extremely pop and understandable. And that's really hard to come across. There's very few voices that I can honestly say maintain a soulful quality, but also are palpable to young kids alike. I mean, I'm talking. When I say that, I think the first names that come to mind are Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey, and maybe 1 or 2 others, but either someone so soulful that it's almost gospel and some people don't get it, or it's so pop that the real R&B soul folks don't get it. And it has a voice that works for everybody.
Wow.
It really does. And to prove that, also while we were in Nashville, the person that was producing was Luke Laird, who's an amazing, amazing writer and producer down there. And he's worked with everyone from Carrie Underwood to Eric Church and all these big country artists. And he's a big, 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 big R&B fan, which a lot of people don't realize. Nashville folks love them some R&B.
Wow.
And he was blown away. He was like, whoa, she is beyond the real deal. And we were all sitting there. She didn't know this. We didn't want to give her a big hit. But we were all sitting there with goosebumps. Like, oh my God, is this really this special? Is this happening like this? It's just, she just has that thing. And it's that thing that you can't really buy. You can't fake it. She just has the thing.
She really does. First of all, to me, I know you're going to have a big head by the end of this interview just because we love you so
I
much.
know.
Here.
It's starting to get a tad uncomfortable over here.
Well, Claude, can I speak with Tamia? Because you've had your time with her. Can I have my moment with Tamia now? Thank you.
I'm out of here. I just want to say that y'all are both awesome, and that everyone who's listening needs to go buy that album on Tuesday and support R&B and support Tamia. That's all I'm saying.
Definitely. Claude
Yay.
Kelly.
Have fun, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, Claude.
Right.
Back to me and
Bye.
Tamia. Can me and Tamia have our moment? Hey, Tamia. How you doing, girl?
That was nice of him to call in.
Most definitely. First of all, I mean, everything that he was saying is so true, because I was so excited when Michelle sent me the early version of the album, and I listened to it from the moment I got it, I listened to it till today. I listened to it. It's an incredible. To me, you just raised the bar for R&B. You really are spearheading the way to bring R&B back. What do you feel about?
Oh, thank you.
How do you feel about the state of R&B, and where do you think it's going wrong?
Well, going wrong. Well, I just think we just all need to make sure that we support R&B. I do think that a good song, good lyrics, good melody never dies. It's timeless. And that's sort of always what I set out to do. But I think that, we just all need to support it. And that means radio, the fans, need to support R&B.
So there's a lot of emerging. You've been around since the '90s and everything like that. Who today do you feel is doing R&B justice?
Who do I feel is? Well, there are several artists that I like vocally. I like Tank. I like Miguel. I like. Obviously, I'm a huge CeCe Winans fan. Anita Baker. She sort of I love her voice. So there's quite a few. I like Jasmine Sullivan, beautiful voice. Quite a few people.
One thing that it's so funny. I was just talking with someone. Here people that hear that love R&B music. We talk about it. So one of the things that everyone wanted me to ask you, because you've had such an incredible career. The ups and downs and all that great stuff. But a lot of people associate the word underrated. Do you consider yourself underrated, or how do you respond to when people say, to me it's underrated? She's underrated.
I guess I don't know how to feel about that. I mean, I really do feel like I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be at this moment, and I have a great life. I have wonderful children, a wonderful husband. Life has its ups and downs, of course, but I'm maintaining, and I have been able to be in this business, like 17, 18 years or something like that. And as an artist, I've seen a lot of people come and go.
Yeah.
Artists, executives, people that were on top, producers, and I'm still here. So I feel very proud in that. And, I think, and I feel very, it makes me feel good actually, that the fans that are saying that have such a high regard for, I guess, the work that I do. And I always just try and focus on putting my heart and soul into the project or into a project. And I love performing and getting out of there. But at the end of the day, I love the heart-to-heart connection that I get to make with strangers through music. And so to me, that's what it's about.
Most definitely. If you guys just tuned into TKIF and Kemp is Friday here on KEMPIREradio.com, I'm here with multi-Grammy nominee Tamia for the second time. Tamia, you have no idea. First of all, you were the very first in-person celebrity interview that I ever did for KEMPIRE Radio.
That's what Michelle was just telling me. That's so crazy.
And that day when I went to see you at Summer Stage, I knew that I might have a chance to meet you, but I had no idea that I was like, oh, I get to interview her? Okay, I don't know what to ask, but okay, let's go. But
you did a great job. You were like a seasoned veteran when you came in.
Oh, Lord.
And now look how much you've grown.
Oh, I've grown up a little bit, just a little bit. Tamia, and it's so funny because that day I actually got to meet Grant Hill too. I was like, whoa, Grant.
Yeah.
But Grant, what you got to give us the behind the scenes, because no one's really got an opportunity to speak with Grant about being look, we've been blessed enough to get the Oprah sign of approval, but he's considered a master by Oprah. He was on master's class. What was that phone call like? What did you guys go crazy at home when he was asked to do master's class?
Yeah, I mean, I think that was exciting. I think he may have been a little nervous that like, what do I have to speak about, but because he's humble like that. But it was, anytime Oprah, calls, you say yes, and then you figure out what it is she's looking for. Mm-hmm. So I think he was honored. I mean, I think that's the word. He was honored to do a master class. I mean, that series is so amazing, and anything that Oprah does is incredible. So he was honored to do that.
Most definitely. You know what? The one thing that a lot of people wonder is like, because you guys are such a high profile couple, how do you maintain, because we don't see you in the magazines, for anything crazy or, see you out and about a lot like that. How do you guys maintain your privacy and normalcy in your relationship?
I think we just live a very normal lifestyle. I mean, every now and then we go to premieres, and every now and then we go to restaurants that are, that are certainly popular. But our everyday life is really mom and dad, and everything centers around our kids. And that's a busy life with a 10-year-old, a 5-year-old. I mean, sometimes I just feel like I'm the chauffeur, but it's just I guess it's just who we are. I mean, we just like to be drama-free and just to live a normal life.
So no reality series in the future?
Not for us.
One of the questions
that would not be that would not line up with a normal life.
No,
I don't think.
No. After sometimes when we do interviews, I kind of say, "Oh, damn! I wish I had asked this question." And one of the big questions I really wanted to ask you was about MS. And because, a lot of people know that you were diagnosed with MS several years ago, and you've been a big advocate for that. And I read somewhere that where they were saying that you were in remission.
Right. Well, MS has several different levels of sort of several different stages. And the stage that I've been in for several years is called relapsing remitting, which is like a remission.
Okay.
Which means, I don't have any, daily symptoms or anything like that. Mm-hmm. There are so there are different levels of MS, mm-hmm. clearly.
How do you maintain your health? Is that like a daily concern for you that you're doing certain things to maintain your health?
Well, I mean, I would consider several years ago when I was diagnosed as a wake-up call for me in terms of making sure that I take care of myself. I don't know if I was doing that so much. Mm-hmm. And, definitely it was like a wake-up call for me. So now I do things, keep the stress to a minimum. We try and live, a healthy lifestyle. I, get out a lot and try and do juicing and things like that, sort of always ever changing. But if anything, it made me really put everything into perspective and feel very grateful for everything that I've been able to do and up until this point. And so, just sort of take life as it comes, but take care of myself.
Most definitely. If you guys just tuned in, I'm here with Tamia. Her new album, Beautiful Surprise, comes out Tuesday, August 28th. Everyone needs to go out and support this album. Like I said, I've listened to the album over and over again. Can I just say, I caught the Holy Ghost at the end of Still Love You. Oh, yes. My God. You go, first of all, your voice, because look, I'm a big Tamia fan, so I've listened to so many different songs by you. But first of all, your voice just grows and grows on this song, and then at the end, you just go off. Why did you decide to even record that song?
I recorded that song with Carbon and Ivan. They came down to Orlando. Mm-hmm. They sent me the song, and I remember going in the studio and thinking, I'm not going to take sort of the normal approach that I take with songs, which is usually building. I start slow, I start soft, and then at the end I go. Yeah. And that song, I remember thinking, I'm just going to go from the beginning. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to start out, when the song is over. I'm just going to go. So, and I remember listening to it and thinking, wow, it sounds a little bit different than how, my music usually sounds, but I liked it. And to me, that song is a continuation of Still.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. Yeah.
I don't know. You probably saw the tweet and ignored it. It's okay. But I said, once I find a boo,
Tell me what.
once I
Tell
find
me.
a boo, you're going to sing that song still
Oh.
at my wedding. That
I
song,
did see that. You said, and then you said you had to find the boo after that.
You have
So
to point
yes,
that
you
out,
have to
Tamia.
do that first, unless you're going to commit to yourself. You're going to just commit to yourself, and we'll sing it. It doesn't matter. Call me.
First of all, Tamia, everyone needs to get this album because, like I said before, I feel like you're pioneering the return of R&B with this new album, Beautiful Surprise. Shout out
Thank
to
you.
everyone that's involved on this album, from Claude to Chuck Harmony to Salam Remy, Carvin and Ivan. Just so many really great producers and
Shep
writers.
Crawford, yes.
Oh my gosh! Shout out to Shep. And didn't you see how I picked out the Shep song? Look, I know
You did. That was pretty good. Yeah, that was good.
I know my music. I'm gonna stop patting myself on the back. But
Yeah, let Claude do that.
yeah, let Claude do that. No, but to me, this is a game I love to play with the artists that come through here on the show. I'm gonna let you go. And first of all, thank you for being here on the show because I know you're not feeling 100%. But we're so excited to have you here on the show. And a lot of people are saying, don't ask her to sing because we always ask you to sing, people to sing on the show. But if you're feeling up to it, it's up to you. It's really,
I don't even know what I would sing that would be in a low key.
you think about it. We're gonna play the game, but you think
Okay,
about
I'll
it.
think about it.
Okay.
Okay.
Finish this sentence, okay? Life is.
Life is ever changing.
The world needs.
More R&B.
I believe in.
Love, for sure.
Love is.
Love is ever changing as well.
R&B music must.
Continue to be supported by the fans.
Yes. I want to thank.
Everyone who supported me, yeah.
The person I most want to be proud of me is.
My family, or the person, my kids, I think.
I am ready to forgive.
I'm ready to forgive. I always try to forgive, so I don't let anyone
forgive me
hamper
for
me in my happiness.
Look.
Yeah, I'm ready to forgive you for putting me on the spot.
I want my legacy to be.
Oh, that's complicated. I want my legacy to be that I was always someone who tried to connect with people through music and tried to make you feel something.
What makes Tamia mad?
Noise.
What makes Tamia insecure?
Blue lights. Blue lights in a changing room.
Oh. What brings Tamia the most joy?
Seeing my family happy and healthy, obviously.
What virtue means the most to you?
What means the most?
What virtue?
Honesty.
And a big question I love to ask people is, you've come so far in the business, you've come so far in life in general. What would the Tamia of today tell the Tamia of 18?
I was just talking about this to someone. I would say believe in yourself more and be more confident in who you are and be more vocal, in who you are and who you see yourself becoming.
And you're definitely in that space now, huh?
Yes, definitely.
Tamia, I don't want to let you go because I feel like you're not going to be back for another 2 years.
I will be back. You know how to find me.
Yes.
You can tweet me. at Real Tamia World, or you can call, Michelle. And I definitely want to be back. I see you're doing big things, and I want to congratulate you on that. And we're both on a journey, and enjoy the ride.
You know, to me, you're on our banner. We have,
Oh,
we have a big old
yay.
picture. When you get look, I'll tweet the picture to you. You're on our banner. Look, I'm pointing right at you right now.
Oh, great. I got to see it. I'll retweet it.
What's coming up for you, though? Because we have to see you live. You know, it's going to be a tour.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm working on a tour right now. I'm awaiting some news as we speak. And I am going on a promo tour, obviously, right now to promote the project since it comes out on Tuesday.
Yes.
And so I'm, the best part of putting out a new project is, for me, performing. I love getting out there and performing and things like that. So I'm looking forward to it. And when I know, I will certainly pass along the info.
Definitely. Tamia's new album, Beautiful Surprise, will be out this Tuesday. And Tamia, like, no one's seen me stand before. They're going to see me stand come on Tuesday. I'm going to tell everybody named Mama to get this new album. Because, first of all, I consider ourselves music snobs here on the show. So anytime we welcome artists back here on the show, it's because we truly, truly believe in the project. We believe in you. And we're so excited about Beautiful Surprise. So shout out to you and great music. But we're not going to let you go. Can you sing a little something for us before we let you
go? What will I sing with bronchitis? Let me sing.
Sorry. Oh, you're going to make me feel so bad.
Yeah. What shall I perform? I'm trying to think what's coming to. Okay, ready? Okay. Ooh, so happy that I could cry. What a beautiful surprise. Ooh, my man is back by my side. What a beautiful surprise. Beautiful day. Is that good?
That was beautiful.
Okay, good. Slightly raspy, but...
No, it was, you have one of the voices. I could just, look, I'm going to start to fan out. I can't. We had a fan question. We had a fan question.
Next time I sing for you, it will be
in person
for you. I'll sing, yes, and I will sing Always Love You, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, Still Love You.
It'll be a whole holy moment. Marisol Morales sent in a question that I wanted to ask you. It's about what has been your favorite fan moment?
My favorite fan moment. What's my favorite fan moment? I always find it interesting when I'm out and I think I sort of know who a fan of mine is. Oh. And, a younger person or, and then someone will come up and it'll be someone like, they'll say, can I have a picture? And I'm thinking, why? And because they didn't, for some reason in my mind, they're, they could be whatever. They could be like an older person or something. And I'm like, okay. And they'll say, I love your music. And I always find that like really, really energizing for me because I realize that the music is reaching everyone and it isn't being kept in a box. And so those are great. Obviously, when I meet people and they tell me, that a song of mine has touched them, that's always a great thing, or through my music they got over something. Those are always great moments. Or when I'm on stage and I'm singing and I see someone crying because of something that I'm singing about, that's always I feel a connection there.
Wow. First of all, Tamia, you have to answer our question of the night because we always, have a question.
Tell me, yeah.
What would you do if you weren't afraid to fail?
What would I do if I wasn't afraid to fail?
Tough question, ain't it?
That's not an easy question.
I got to give you some tough questions.
Yeah, I guess. You don't leave me with the tough one. Maybe become president?
Really?
Run for president?
Tamia for president. Maybe? Look, you got my vote.
Yeah. If you're going to do it big.
I know that's right. Tamia, first of all, thank you so much for being here on the show. I don't want to let you go.
Thank you.
Look, I don't want to let you go.
Oh, I promise I'll call you back before 2 years.
Congrats on the new album, Beautiful Surprise.
Thank you. And I hear you have a big ladies' night, so you have to get to it.
Most definitely. And congratulations on the new album, Beautiful Surprise, out this Tuesday. It has something for everyone. And like I said, you're going to have a Holy Ghost moment at the end of Still Love You. and any word on the next single?
I don't know. What's your favorite song?
It's Not Fair. Or Give Me
Not
You.
Fair.
Or Give Me You.
Or
Is It Over Yet? Or Still Love You. There's just, seriously.
Yeah, so that's how I'm feeling too. So we'll have to see.
Yeah, but It's Not Fair. It's giving me some 2012 Stranger in My House.
Oh yeah, that's definitely that is. Yeah, that's a continuation. Yep.
Most definitely. Miss Tamia here on KEMPIRE Radio. Thank you so much. And like I said, we're going to be standing through all our social medias on Tuesday. The album will be out. Support R&B, everybody. Miss Tamia here on KEMPIRE Radio.
Thank you.
You are truly a beautiful surprise. So thank you, Tamia. Have a great night.
Okay, so keep up the good work.
Thank you. Everybody, we're going to get into some Tamia right now. Here's Beautiful Surprise.
Yay.